Welcome back guys to another video of Mark's Fish Care, and in today's video I will be talking about blood parrot cichlid. The reason I chose to do a care video about blood parrot cichlids is because I own one and I've been keeping him for a couple of years already, so I have a bit of experience with keeping them and I wanted to share some knowledge with you guys. And also maybe you guys are looking to buy one, or maybe you already have one and want to find out a little bit more information about them. So this is the video for you guys. But before we get into the video, I want to thank you all for the support that I'm getting. All of your comments, they mean a lot to me, and I like to respond to them and read them and see what you guys think about everything. And also, just the way this channel has been, it's been very cool to be part of YouTube and have subscribers, so it means a lot to me, and it's a very big enjoyment to talk to you guys and see and hear your input and everything. So please keep it up and help me out if you can. Maybe you have some friends or anybody who can subscribe to my channel just to help me out, and maybe they like to watch some videos about fish. That would be extremely helpful. So let's go ahead and talk about blood parrot fish. Okay guys, here you go. So this is my blood parrot cichlid. I had him for almost 2 years, and he came to me about maybe half of the size he is right now. So it's pretty cool to be able to raise him and see how he reacts to everything. So let's start about his basic care needs about blood parrots. So blood parrots, they need a water temperature anywhere from 75 to 82, and for breeding purposes they even enjoy 84 Fahrenheit. So keep that in mind guys. They're tropical fish, of course, and they like warmer waters, but they can still survive in a little bit colder temperature. But you will notice that their behavior will be very sluggish when they will be kept in lower temperatures. So it's always better to keep them around 80 Fahrenheit like I do. The other thing that's important to keep in mind that this guy is actually a man-made fish. So they don't live in the wild. They never were in the wild. So they were pretty much man-made fish for aquarium hobbyists. And if you look at their mouths look like they're always open, and that's because it looks like a beak, like a parrot beak. That's why they are called blood parrots. And the reason is for that, so they have a very small mouth actually, and you guys have to be very careful when you buy them and introduce them to your tank that they will be getting enough food, because sometimes it's hard for them to compete with the other cichlids for food because of their mouth. They can't just fit so much food at once, so you have to make sure that they're getting enough of food. But they can be aggressive fish, so they don't like when someone is trying to harass them. They will always try to get the other fish back. Sometimes at the start my rainbow shark was trying to attack my blood parrot, but my blood parrot was never taking it, so he was always chasing around the rainbow shark up until the rainbow shark just stopped noticing him around. But in general, they can be peaceful or aggressive in different manners, because some people say they can be very aggressive and they won't even be able to live with angelfish, because they will just nip on angelfish fins. But in my case, this guy is not aggressive to the point where he really chases fish around, only unless someone is attacking him first. So it always depends on your blood parrot's personality, so you have to kind of watch how they react with other fish. Usually they're better kept with cichlids, but like I said, they can't really protect themselves. So for example, if you keep them with devil cichlid, he can easily do a lot of damage to the blood parrot, because blood parrots, because of their shape of the mouth, they can't really protect themselves. They can only bump other fish because their teeth are located right inside their mouths, and the mouth doesn't open more than you see. so they have to be able to get special nutrients and everything. Also, these guys, about their size, they get to be pretty big. They get to be about 8 inches in length. And you want to keep a blood parrot in a minimum of 30 gallons tank, because for juveniles, you can keep juveniles in a 20-gallon tank, but they're pretty active fish and they need a lot of swimming room. So I would never advise to keep even juveniles in a 20-gallon tank, but for short-term situations you can do that. But as long as you have an option to upgrade your tank in the future, or just getting ready a bigger tank and you need to keep the fish somewhere, that's the only time I would recommend it. And in general, these fish can get to be pretty shy. So at first, especially when you put them right in the aquarium, so don't be scared if your blood parrot is hiding everywhere and only coming out for food and then getting back to hiding, because they're extremely shy when they don't know their surroundings. And even if they know their surroundings, they can still be shy and timid sometimes. So this guy, when I just bought him, he was always hiding, but now he's swimming around. He's confident in himself, so he knows me. Blood parrots are very great in recognizing their owners, and they always come up to greet you when you come closer to the tank, because they know it's feeding time, and they know something good will be coming with the appearance of yourself. For the food wise, what I feed my blood parrots, I feed them this cichlid, basic cichlid flakes. He likes them a lot. Also, I feed them these Extreme Aquatics pellets. They're just tiny little pellets. He loves them too. I feed him some bottom feeder shrimp pellets. He loves those guys. They're a little bit bigger, so he loves just munching on those. And I supplement the diet with brine shrimp and blood worms. So I always make sure he's getting a different variety of food, because this is very important for the fish. Like, I'm sure that we wouldn't be happy to eat the same meal every day. So it's very important for the fish to live long. If you want your fish to live long and happy life, then you have to feed him, of course, different variety of foods. Also, he can live quite a long time. He can sometimes outlive your dogs. So anywhere from 10 to 15 years he can easily live in a tank of 55 gallon and up, if all of his conditions are met. So he's very interesting fish to have in your tank, and especially in your community tank. And like I said already, sometimes he won't be able to live in community tank because of his aggression towards some fish. So it always depends on your fish, like I already said, on his own character. But usually they do fine if you provide them with enough room. What I noticed too, their aggression becomes very big when the tank that they live is too small and there's a bunch of fish in there, which is already a big mistake. And they tend to be very aggressive to the tank mates. But when you provide them with a lot of room to swim around, and you feed them well, and you provide them with a lot of hiding places, because they love hiding. So you have to make sure you have a lot of hiding places so they can feel secure. Then you should be fine. But besides that, I hope I covered most of the basic needs of this fish. And of course, you have to provide them with nice filtration, and because they're pretty messy fish, so they produce a lot of waste. But they're truly worth it, and they're a beautiful fish to have. Very energetic and very interesting fish to observe all the time. And they make your aquarium look pop and look very nice. And especially if you can have them living like this in these conditions with different types of fish like I have here. Silver dollars, angelfish, Siamese fighting fish, algae eater, sorry, and my gourami. Then you'll be completely fine. Hope you enjoyed this care video of blood parrot cichlid. And if you have any questions whatsoever about, or maybe I missed something you want to ask me, please leave a comment down below and I will gladly reply to it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye.